Anger detox. How to reset your reactions. What if your anger is not a flu, but a signal? Today, we will detox your reactions and help you master the calm beneath the cause. Anger, it is one of the most powerful human emotions. It burns fat, loud, and often leaves behind more damage than we ever mean to cause. You try to control it, count to 10, breathe, walk away, but somehow it keeps coming back stronger. That is because anger does not start the moment you explode. It starts long before that. It builds in layers, exhaustion, unspeaking pain, buried stress, until your nervous system hits overload. What you need is not more control. You need a detox, not a cleanse for your body, but for your emotional system. A reset that clears the noise, resets your reactions, and gives you back your peace. In this video, we will talk a deep journey through your anger detox process, understanding what it comes from, how it builds up, and step by step, how it releases safely. By the end, you will see anger not as an enemy, but as a messenger, one that can guide you back to balance. Stage 1. Understand the anger cycle. Anger is not random. It follows a very specific pattern, and if you can learn to see it early, you can stop it before it controls you. Here is the cycle: trigger, thought, emotion, reaction, then regret. It always starts with trigger, a comment, a look, a delay, something small that scratches an old wound. Then come to the thought: they don't respect me. This always happens to me. That thought releases emotion. Your heart speed up, muscle tense, breathing shortens. Then you react, and finally regret. But the thoughts beginning right here, by noticing the process before it peaks. Ask yourself, what was the trigger? What thought came next? Where did I feel it in my body? Story example. Imagine your partner says something dismissive to you. Instantly, your jaw tightens. Instead of snapping, you pause. You say internally, my body is reacting. That moment of observation interrupts the automatic loop. Awareness is for the third step because you cannot release what you cannot recognize. Stage 2. The hiding sources of anger. Anger is never the root, it is the surface. Underneath, it leaves something else: hurt, fear, shame, expulsion. Think of anger like a fire alarm. The alarm is not the problem, it is the signal that something inside you needs attention. Story example. A man yawned at his co-worker for a small mistake, but deep down, he's scared of being blamed again, like when he was a child and every error meant punishment. The trigger looks present, the cause lives in the past. When you feel that surge, pause and ask yourself, what emotion came before the anger? If you can name that: sadness, fear, rejection, you detox the emotion instead of dumping it. Stage 3. Releasing the physical energy. Anger detox is not about denial. It's emotional archaeology, gently digging beneath the reaction to uncover the truth beneath it. Releasing physical energy. Anger lives in your body. Every emotion carries energy, and if you don't move it, it stays trapped. That is why you cannot always think yourself calmly. You need to move through it. Story example for that. Have you ever noticed how your body shakes after heated arguments? That is your nervous system trying to discharge the energy, but we usually suppress it. Sit still, grit teeth, pretend we are fine. In an anger, detox, you let it out safely. Try this. Walk for 10 minutes. Punch a pillow while breathing steadily. Write everything you feel in a journal. No filter, no grammar, just energy transfer. Once your body releases that pressure, your mind finally has space to think clearly. Remember, movement is not affordance, it is medicine. Stage 4, the reset breath. Every reaction lives between two breaths, one before you explode, one after you calm down. The space between them, that is where your power is. Here is a simple reset technique used by therapists and Navy SEALs alike. The 4-7-8 breaths. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 7 seconds. Exhale for 8 seconds. It slows your heart, resets your nervous system, and tells your brain, I am safe. Use it before sending that text, before raising your voice, before reacting. Because every action you pause, you reclaim. Story example for that: a parent stood in front of child who just broke something precious. Old reflex, shout. New reflex, breathe 4-7-8 seconds. When they finally speak, it is calm. The situation shifts because energy did. Stage 5, rewiring your response scripts. You cannot always control your first reaction, but you can rewire your second one. After an outburst, instead of replaying guilt, run a different mental film. Ask, what did I feel? What did I need in that moment? How can I respond differently next time? Story example for this as well. Let's say you lost your temper at work. Later you reflect, not to punish yourself, but to learn. You realize it was not about the missed deadline. It was about feeling unsupported. Next time, instead of snapping, you will ask for help yearly. That is the detox, turning reaction into wisdom. Emotional detox is not perfection, it is pattern awareness. Every reflection you do rewires the emotional memory of your brain. Stage 6, reconnection and compassion. After the storm comes healing. The deepest layer of anger detox is compassion for yourself and for others. We often stay angry because we think forgiveness lets others off the hook. But forgiveness is not for them, it is for your nervous system. Story example for this as well: a woman holding anger towards her father for years. One night she writes him a letter, not to send but to release. She wrote everything she never to said and then forgive him, not for his sake but for hers. That night she slept peacefully for the first time in years. Compassion is the emotional rising circle. It washes away residue left behind the fire. Says this softly to yourself: I forgive you, I forgive me, I will release this. It is not a weakness, it is emotional freedom. Stage 7, building a calmer baseline. After you detox, you have to maintain it, like keeping your mental waters clear. Your daily habit decide how reactive or peacefully you are. Here are 5 rituals to build a calmer baseline. 1. Morning stillness. Before you check your phone, spend 1 minute breathing in silence. You set your nervous system tones for the day. 2. Movement. Physical motion, clear mental tension. Yoga, walking, stretching. It all counts. 3. Journaling. Every morning or night, release emotional residue onto paper. 4. Connection. Talk honestly with someone safe. Sharing convert goals into clarity. 5. Gratitude. Every night, name one thing that went right. Gratitude rewires anger by shifting attention from lose to abundance. People will practice just 2 of these rituals daily saw measurable reduction in cortisol within 2 weeks. Calm is not lucky, it is a muscle. Let's reflect on all this. So, how do you detox anger? You don't fight it, you understand it. You listen to its message, move through its energy, and release what's no longer yours to carry. Remember this, anger is just energy asking to be transformed. When you pause before reacting, when you breathe instead of exploding, when you forgive instead of repeating, you detox your entire emotional system. You become calm in the cause. Next time you feel it is rise, whisper to yourself, this is my sign to reset, because peace is not found, it is practice, one reaction at a time.